Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to What's Up. If you're wondering why I'm low energy, it's because we recorded Let's Talk After You for 6 hours last night. And then I had to edit the audio.
I bet that was fun.
It was alright, it just took a long time. I ran noise cancellation and it was like 30 minutes! It didn't actually take 30 minutes, but that's how long Audacity projected, and I'm like, okay, alright. This is what we're doing, I see. Yep, here's the logo.
Yeah, there it is.
It's finally time.
Finally time.
The Ghostwire. Your stuff in. He's gonna boot up a new game.
Yes.
So you haven't played it all yet, right?
Not at all, no.
Okay. Well, that's good, because I'm like 3.5 hours in, so I don't gotta worry about what you're doing.
Sick.
Yay, I'm ahead for once. But okay, before we go anywhere and before I get too groggy and forget, I want to remind you this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Adam Harbaugh, Comics, and Bug G, Carlos Dragon Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Sean Pryor, some guy named Bob, Starting 50, and Rand the Crow. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider joining us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it really helps us out. I would like, I know obviously we're doing lots of good, ad rev and sub growth and stuff. I'd like to see a little Patreon growth. I got some stuff for them. But here we are. So, Lucky is firing up Tokyo Ghostwire. This game came out like a week ago?
I almost want to say 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I don't know. I think it was last week. Checked it.
Oh, was I dead? I wasn't having a good time, apparently.
Yes, it was about a week. It was 20.
Oh, it was a week. Is that my
It
blood?
feels like a while, though, because we pre-ordered it like a week ahead of time, and it got delayed a lot. Finally got
true.
mine yesterday. After much trepidations and several extra delays, to the point where at one point Amazon was like, yes, you can request a refund or a transfer, and I was like, I don't know, the item made it as far as Florida. Maybe it'll be fine tomorrow. And then when the tomorrow rolls around, it's like, out for delivery, you can't get no takebacks. Okay, well, so long as I eventually get to play Tokyo Ghostwire, it arrived yesterday. Now, between yesterday and today, I've got now about 3.5 hours in. Yeah, it's real freaky, isn't it? Dope.
You're missing some of your face!
Now you get the thumbnail. But yeah, I'm not super far in the story, because once you get through like a lot of the tutorial and intro stuff, then you start unlocking side quests for side quests. And spoilers. I love this game. This game is great.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, they can see my lack of face.
Yeah, so just supernatural shit happening. But yeah, no. I enjoy the game a great deal. Not necessarily purely because of gameplay, though. Core gameplay seems fine. I do kind of feel like maybe there's a little bit of like, I don't know, like they give you a shitload of side quests like right out the gate once you actually like start doing open world stuff. Like I think I've cleared like 5 or 6 side missions already. And you're not necessarily doing a whole hell of a lot to diversify your gameplay. Like in all that, I've only barely just gotten like half an hour ago game time. I got the second of your elemental powers, the fire one. So it's like when you get into combat, you're doing a lot of the same stuff still, where you're fighting the like handful of different ghosty goos you see, and you just shoot at them with wind bullets a lot. But part of that is also, I think, because the game has a skill tree progression, and that really does seem to like reward and streamline and make things faster. Yeah, there's a lot of fog. Now everybody's been all clothed, and we got night parade. Your question mark guys talking. KK, played by the same VA as Sensei from Naruto, and also other roles. Very fun. I do appreciate, by the way, that Ghostwire defaults you to English subs and Japanese VA, considering the game is very Japanese. But speaking of which, no, like the general atmosphere though is like really good. I like it a lot. You spend a lot of time like bumming around, exploring places. This is all still opening cutscene, so Lucky hasn't even gotten into core gameplay. But you eventually get access to like, standard issue FPS ping stuff. Gives me strong Dead Space vibes, even though I know that was third person, because that's how it tracks waypoints, is you, like, drop a line on the ground and it points you towards where you need to go.
Oh, sick.
Classic. Yeah, Hanya Man's talking to you. He just says stuff currently. The subtitles, by the way, those of you with a sharp ear, they don't line up one-to-one, but I haven't heard anything that's like a gross mistranslation. It's mostly just, you know, cultural, like, localization stuff, like changing the grammar to flow a little bit better. Mm-hmm. So it's not literal, but it's mostly in the same ballpark. But yeah, you have a lot of freedom to, like, walk around, to collect spirits, which you can, you'll see this later, Lucky, this is a mechanic, collect, you know, rogue souls, those guys. Mm-hmm. You can save them in little paper talismans, Kashido, and then you transmit them to safety through payphone booths. And then when you do this, you are rewarded with cash and EXP. So that's a really good way for you to, you know, keep growing outside of doing missions and stuff. There's a lot of... Like I said, there's a lot of side quests that involve usually going to a interior location that is spooky, and then you do stuff. Whether that's like actually like investigating things, punching bad guys like boss rush style, or the, you know, survival waves. There's a variety of things. Yeah, there's a big old like Nue or something there. I still haven't seen that, and I'm wondering when that's going to show up. But there's a lot of like world building here for like just general, you know, J-horror urban fantasy stuff. The game has a very extensive database system. Oh, not only does it keep track of tutorials, but it will keep track of any audio logs you find. I've only found a couple, so it's not like a big mechanic, but you can find lots of text entries lying around, which give you hints and clues about story stuff and, you know, background information, and also just a lot of general Japanese culture information. I think they even said this in interviews, but Tango has really worked hard, I think, to make this, like, even though this game is incredibly Japanese, it's set in, you know, Shibuya. I'm pretty sure that is the Shibuya crossing you're in the middle of right now.
I mean, it is like it is one of the most iconic, you know,
yeah.
one of those iconic Tokyo
so there
sites.
there are landmarks for different like districts and landmarks, and when you get them, you get a little description of them, and you get like EXP rewards for it. Every time you pick up a food item, and yes, you have consumables, food and drink, which are just normal Japanese snacks. There's a little description of what they are. Like I picked up a Waka-Cola, and it's like, this is a you know, an East-West hybrid, a traditional cola-style flavor with red bean paste added for extras. Colas are immensely popular in America, but we've added our own Japanese twist, and I'm like, this is a lot of detail for just like a fucking can of cola I found on the street.
That's sick. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no. There's also collectibles, which are just Japanese cultural items. Some of them are mystical, but some are normal. Like I found a toy car model. Mm-hmm. But those are important because you can turn those into certain Nekomata stalls for rewards. Nekomata are your shopkeepers. Mm-hmm. You will sometimes find them in just konbinis on the corner. You go in, there's a cat running the shop.
That's great. That's the best.
You buy stuff, yeah. So you can buy food there and extra things. So like I said, like, it's just deeply atmospheric. Every little thing just, like, oozes atmosphere. Like, look at this. This is the basic movement tutorial. What are we doing right now? We're wandering around Shibuya Crossing. It's foggy. It's bad. But, like, everything is so lovingly modeled. Now you're gonna fight these guys. Every type of enemy you defeat, visitors, they're called. They also get a database, so you can learn more about the guys you fight. Mm-hmm. You can also encounter like various non-hostile yokai. Like I said, there's already Nekomata, there's Tengu and stuff. And just it's, you know, it's a first-person kind of urban fantasy game that's got a lot of background details. I like it a lot. Like I said, block. I'm bad at blocking. But it's important, and you get skill trees to improve your perfect blocks and stuff. Does seem like there is a decent, you know, variety of skills and stuff you can upgrade. What I personally went for was, there's a mechanic called Cord Grab. I think it's going to teach you in a second. Where, if you beat up on enemies enough, you expose their spiritual core, and then you can yank it out from distance. Mm-hmm. But this takes time, and other enemies can mob you while you do that, so you gotta be careful.
Okay.
But it's a good way to finish off enemies who are weakened before actually like wasting your extra air bullets on them. But you can get upgrades to that with skills such as melee, which is instantaneous if you're up close, doing it faster, doing it on enemies who are downed. So like the game, your max HP does go up as you level, and yes, there's a level tracker. So like you do get better just by default by playing the game, but there's definitely skill investment stuff. And yeah, like he's looking around now, there's a lot of detail and everything. But as you improve, you will want to do these things because you can get beat up fairly easily.
Ah, okay. Can't go into the fog. Interesting.
Nope, don't go in the fog. That's bad. It hurts you. At later points in the game, you can actually go into the fog, but you start dying.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like do a little shortcut if you need to get some. But yeah, that's basically what you're doing for a lot of the early stuff is just going to waypoints, purging Torii gates and shrines and stuff so you can, you know, clear more fog and go to more places.
Mm-hmm.
The plot's definitely a little bit of a slow roll. You'll very quickly grasp that your ghost buddy KK, he hasn't even told you his name yet, but they said his name in the trailers. He knows a lot about whatever the fuck this is, and I might have to download that. I think they had like a little visual novel or a little manga something. It was a prelude.
Mm-hmm.
Introduces KK and some of the supporting characters. Might have to go check that out, but he knows a decent amount about stuff that's going on. And he just is like, that's not relevant right now. I'll tell you later. So they have a way to like slowly dole out stuff to you. He mostly yells at you from your hand. Anyway, go punch that.
Mm-hmm.
Punch ethereal matter, get crystals.
Okay.
That's your ammo.
Ether weaving attacks. Okay.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm
wrong button.
glad to see what you think as you play through while we go through the. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know if the gameplay will get like super highly technical or anything. It seems okay to me now, but it's definitely not like easy modo. You get rewarded for stealth, you know, for sneaking up behind enemies because you can do an instant kill as opposed to fighting them a little more longer term. But there's a lot of opportunity to go and do side quests and other missions and stuff. Like I said, I've just been, whenever I do a main thing and like 3 side quests pop up, I'm like, let's go do those. Those seem fun.
They're just people clothes everywhere.
Yep, means they got melted or something. Still not entirely sure. Like I said, KK's not exactly forthcoming. You go. You found a text thing?
Mm-hmm.
This first bit's very plot.
God, the chunk missing out of my face just bugged me.
Don't worry, you get it fixed later.
Oh, sweet. My hand leads to the void! I should probably avoid doing anything delicate with this hand.
At least while he's yelling at you from in there.
Here we go.
Yeah, stealth. Crouch for sneaking. Enemies that detect you will start detecting you. Get a little thing. I've never been able to pull it off because usually when one enemy gets alerted, like all of them start to zero in on you.
That's the wrong button, man. Hi.
Yeah, it's L2. It's a very important button. You do it a lot. L2 is your interact with everything button.
Yeah, I messed up on that. I had R2. Heck. Oh, what we got?
You'll get used to it, or you'll get murdered by horrible faceless monsters with umbrellas.
Yes. Let me see here. Rear pull points, weapons, Magatama.
Yep. So some of your skills are blocked behind Magatama. You need to collect them by doing side quests.
Oh, we got several tabs. Sick.
Yep. And I love how KK talks about the ones you can't do yet. He's just like, you're not ready for that power yet. So yeah.
Okay.
Charge your shots.
All right. I like how apparently my menu is in my hand or something.
Yeah, no. When you hit the button, you just bring it up and then you put it back. There's a lot. They do a lot with.
Oh, you're right. He is just like, you're not ready for this yet.
Yeah, no. And that's how they kind of like hide powers you're not accessing yet. And some of the stuff you can't see just because you're like, you don't have points for that. But your synergy level. I don't know about the more advanced stuff. Like I said, the stuff I've seen is you get the bow pretty early. I should probably use it more because that lets you engage enemies from a very long way off. But it's got like limited ammo, so that you have to like either find in the world or rebuy for the moment anyway. So I'm kind of like, on it. Whereas for ether crystals, you just punch a vending machine or a bicycle that's sitting in the street and you get more ammo back. So, but I know that there is at least wind, which is your default, and then you unlock fire in chapter 2. And fire does a lot of damage, and you can charge it to explode. There you go. There's your core. Mm-hmm. And you can buy more skills to make that go faster.
Sick.
But yeah, like I said, this game just oozes atmosphere. I tweeted it, I really retweeted it before when the game was first coming out. But when it rains in the game, it's not actually raining. The raindrops are the kanji for character for rain.
Huh.
Just dropping down on you, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is just like, this game is for me. You go, there's a snack.
Yeah,
for shopping bags. And like you've got, and I love how it database tracks all that shit. It's so in there for like getting everything. And there's you learn about consumables. That's how you heal.
Characters. That's Akito. Consumable. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man, you're right. This is a lot of detail just for a snack.
Yes, and every time you pick up a new snack or a new drink, they're all like that. I've only found like one music track, but there's a music player in your inventory as well, which persists in the overworld, so you can play specific music pieces. Once you get to somewhere in the middle of chapter 2, you can access your outfit customizations. So if you've got your pre-order bonus or whatever, which still works despite the fact that Amazon told me it expired a day before the product came out.
Okay, yeah.
I remember Lucky also tweeted that.
Yeah, it did.
I'm not sure what they meant by that, but it still worked. It was fine. But yeah, other than just, generally musing on Ghostwire stuff as Lucky to get through it. I just have mostly small things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you looking at on that screen?
Who knows? There's a lot of stuff you'd expect in J-horror type stuff. Like, there's a lot of flickering screens. Lots of, Ju-on Grudge type weird black shit suddenly appearing on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of fun things. But yeah, I got a lot of little stuff.
No, I'm excited for this. I've been playing a lot of games, though, so it wasn't too hard for me to wait on this one, though. Excuse... Oh, shit. One second. Can I get the quick purge off on you, girl? Yes. That's nothing. Okay. Before I got so really interrupted, I was gonna be saying, look at all these fucking snacks right here, and I can't grab any of them. How dare, game? Did that page just flicker?
Yeah, the snack that happens sometimes. There's atmospheric bits. You'll see, like, there are a few reused assets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at one point, you go to, like, what the game calls a safe house, and you'll see a calendar that's got, like, notes on it that you can actually, like, read, and then you actually do a decent amount of going into interiors, like, for side quests and stuff mostly, but also sometimes for main quests. You'll see the same calendar with the exact same sticky notes all over it in other places. But, you know, there's only so much you can do, right?
Well, I mean, like, looking outside, like, there seems to be a lot of little details here. Like, look at all just these clothes just laying on the floor constantly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to have to start reusing assets, because they can't make, you know, a city's worth of individual assets to, you know, just throw on the ground for atmosphere.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
But, you mentioned you're playing other games a lot. We can talk about that. I also have some other various game stuff going on.
Oh. Like I said, I have been trying to put a couple more, I've still been trying to put some time into Strangers of Paradise, Rune Factory 5, and Monarch, but I don't think I have anything necessarily interesting to say about them, except I have a lot of games I'm playing.
That's fair. While I was waiting for Ghostwire, I was mostly killing time going back to playing Cyberpunk again.
I keep thinking about
Nothing really flashy to talk about there, though. I did find so far what's the coolest apartment you can buy now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't bought some of the more expensive ones, but I rented the apartment in Japantown, and just, God, the game was always good to me because I was playing it on PS5, but just the little, like, atmospheric details. So, your Japantown apartment is just full of, like, atmospheric actions you can do just for fun. They don't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Cool. You can light incense and put it in your little incense burner. You've got a record player to play your samurai vinyls on. It's got a guitar in it, so you can actually do the guitar thing, which I think that's in one of the quests related to Carrie. Like, you can pick which song to play. Well, now you can just do that anytime you like in your apartment. Which is pretty neat. You can sit at your own bar and smoke cigarettes and drink whiskey. Just, you know, again, for kicks. And I'm just like, oh, this is the coolest. It's got a great shot of, like, some areas of Japantown out of your windows. And it's like, this is the stuff we like, you know? Just got little details, little free stuff. Currently, things are getting freaky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Japan has with the stacked chairs, though.
Well,
I remember that being a thing back in, like, Persona 3.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just a thing of, you know, they can stack them and make a quick barrier.
I guess the context in Tartarus in P3 was that you were technically inside the school. Why did the school turn into a dungeon at 0 o'clock? Well, you gotta play the game to find out. I was gonna say who knows, but we know.
We know.
A lot of fun stuff with lighting in this game, too. But yeah, so, like, I haven't really been doing anything crazy in Cyberpunk, just, you know, casually playing stuff, doing gigs. I kind of like the new system they did where fixers gradually give you gigs as you rank up. Like, I've already accomplished all of Wakako's gigs in Japantown.
Oh, shit.
She gave me a katana. It was cool. But, like, the fact that it gradually levels up means you're not being constantly barraged by gig offers every time you go down the block.
Mm-hmm.
So it all just kind of, you know, flows together. It's fun. I know that there have been some gaming announcements and trailers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I think these things came out about the time we did the show last week, but I forgot to talk about them. I've seen PlayStation drop some trailers for some other stuff. Let me see if I can get info on them. So...
Oh.
Yep, cutscene. This is an aesthetic they use a lot of just world objects, no floors or ceiling, just water.
Excuse you.
Yeah. Hana Man has a lot of his own ideas.
Oh, your arms is doing some shit.
Should look up. I didn't realize. So I saw a trailer for a game called Deliver Us Mars. I did not realize that was a sequel, but now that I've told that, it makes sense. It's apparently a follow-up to the Deliver Us the Moon game, which I don't know a lot about. Other than you do space stuff. Maybe I'll have to check that out.
Bethesda, Tango, I know you guys are you, but God, could you have made some slightly better character models? Slightly better.
Yeah, I don't know what engine this was done in.
I'm trying to figure out this man's fashion here.
He's wearing like a cyberpunk raincoat.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you get introduced. He's got minions. For masks.
Those masks
for
are
a guy
kawaii.
who yells about being a savior a lot, your guys' fashion sense sucks. You look in a mirror.
Oh, I needed that.
Yeah.
Great, now I have more black holes in me.
This guy a fucking JoJo villain? Punching you through? Bard. Oh no, I've died again. But yeah, I saw a trailer for Deliver Us Mars, and I'm like, ooh, space.
Yeah,
You know I love those.
I remember you talking about, well, I saw you posting about it, and I took a look at it, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, but I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah. It's, and apparently there's, like I said, there's a game that came before, Deliver Us the Moon, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should check that out. See if I can find any footage. They got that fucking, what are those called?
I know they're Queens of the Night.
Spider lilies?
Yeah, Spider Lilies, Queen of the Nights.
Yeah.
They're poisonous, by the way.
Yeah, and in the language of flowers in Japan, they symbolize death!
I have always kind of just like how the Spider Lilies look. They're very aesthetic.
Yeah, it's got a great aesthetic look. So yeah, I'll have to look more into Deliver Us, especially now that it's a sequel. Maybe I gotta play the first one. I don't know. But there was another, not quite space, but definitely in that first-person survival. I saw some people talking about the trailer as like Subnautica in the air.
Oh, fucking
Forever Skies.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw that one.
Trailer. Yeah. There's an Earth destroyed by an ecological disaster, and you return to it in your airship that you gotta fly. It is apparently an early access on Steam, but it's got the full release coming to like PlayStation vibes and stuff. No user reviews, okay. But you know, once again, science, crafting, flying. I'm like, those are all neat. We like those. We take those. Keeping track of trailers and stuff going on. Y'all know how I feel about space.
I'm excited.
Airships are so. We'll
Yeah, and I
keep track
definitely
on
remember
those
seeing the
things.
trailer. Like, you have to stay up in the air, but if you go down to the surface, like, you go, like, submerged in poison or something.
Yeah. There's like some ecological. So you see your face is slightly fixed.
Cool.
Your eyeball's still foggy. Just love the little aesthetic details. The fucking meridian lines on your hands.
Oh yeah.
They end in like all the acupuncture points.
俺には戸締まりしろってうるさいくせにこれだよ
Luck.
Flashback, back.
マリ
Oh, there's a house fire, and I guess she couldn't get out because of the fucking... It locked up the window or something.
Yeah.
And now he's felt forever guilty!
ここは
No, you missed the first 30 minutes of Ghostwire. I mean, Hanya Man said something about how she, like, touched the other side or some shit, so I don't know, near-death experience, whatever. Anyway, Akito is still Akito. KK is still KK. See, like, that line right there, like, the subtitle is, "You look a beautiful sport," but I'm pretty sure he says, "You look cute," in the actual Japanese dialogue. But still, like, appropriate.
おい裏切んなよ裏切ってないまあいい
Oh, yeah, I'm filled with supernatural nation.
妹を連れて行ったやつの居場所を知りたいあいつは目的のために大掛かりな儀式をやるはずだじゃあそこに行けば
Elevator.
ああ今みたいに返り討ちだ焦るなよ
Sure,
今度
why
は
not?
俺の行きたい場所に行ってもらうぞ
By the
Thank you,
way, did
Magic
catch?
Globe.
They said your sister's on the fourth floor.
Floor of
Lots of
death.
bad things happen on fourth floors.
Yeah, this is the Japanese thing of 4, meaning she, which is also death. So,
Yep.
in Japan, 4 is known as an unlucky number. It's actually to the point that they actually have another word for 4 just to avoid it, which is
Yeah.
yon.
Yeah. And if you as a non-native speaker are taught Japanese, you will probably be taught yon as 4 first. Because they just don't even bake in. But yeah, no, there's technically 2 words for 4. But one of them is a homophone for death. So we don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about it, no.
I believe that's also the way it is in Chinese. It's a similar like homophone thing. But yeah, there's a lot of East Asian cultures where 4 is very unlucky. It's like 13 here. But 13th floors would be hard to do.
Yeah.
Love these little chapter intros.
人がいない
Yeah, so games and stuff coming out. Keep track of. Also, not directly related to like survival stuff, but you know, a very interesting game. Very well-known game, but there was a trailer recently as well for
あいつを追っていたのか
the finally apparently console release of the Stanley Parable. The what do
Ultra
they call it?
Deluxe.
Like deluxe, yeah, Ultra Deluxe Edition, 427, I believe. Coming to consoles with like new endings and stuff. Actually, pretty interesting. I've never actually sat down and played Stanley Parable myself, but I've seen people play various versions of it. It's a really interesting, you know. I think it was a real groundbreaker in a lot of like metafiction games.
Oh, yeah.
Like games that kind of acknowledge you're playing a game.
Oh, yeah.
Which can almost be a subgenre unto itself now. But that might be interesting for a later stream opportunity. Because that game's always very clever.
Oh, you're right. It is kanji.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
It's like, I'm gonna be honest, if I wasn't looking for it, I wouldn't have noticed it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed it right away either. I think it's a little more prominent when you look up, so the kanji like fly straight at you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's just a subtle detail that you wouldn't notice a lot, and then you're like, hold on a second. Did a kanji just go by me?
Yeah, Yakitori.
Yeah. Torty.
調べてみるぞあいつらがいる邪魔だな片付けろ
the moon is also blood red all the time. But yeah, so, you know, just trailers and stuff rolling out. I mean, I don't know if you're in a moment right now to talk about it, but I know there was a new Final Fantasy 14 trailer. A new patch upcoming.
Yep, it's going to be 6.1. What do they call it? The New Journey or something? It's something like that. So can I even get close to this fucker? Well, stealth is all about patience, about waiting and seeing.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. The game doesn't necessarily punish you for lack of stealth. Like, more enemies don't come out, so stealthing as much as you can stealth is good. It's just a matter of, like, if you do alert all the guys, that means it goes from you know, an assassination sneaky pants to a brawl, both of which can be time-consuming. It's just kind of like, you know, risk versus reward kind of stuff. Bleh.
Oh shit, there's the phone. Oh, and you were in here, shit.
I will say I have noticed a couple of times that, like, I feel like enemies almost always... I guess maybe it's where I line them up. Some of the times enemies will get blasted a lot to your, like, left or right, which can put them out of sequence for you to combo them. But I have only been playing the game a few hours. Apparently, if you want to do the main quests very fast, the game doesn't take very long, but obviously, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, same. But no, well, like I said, now that the main game of Endwalker is out, now the main game of Endwalker is out, Final Fantasy 14 is doing the thing where they basically have a plan of 2 years of basically 2 years of what was this? Oh, shit! It's a Kagura. I mean, it's part of a Kagura. A Kagura is actually a dance, a ceremony, but this is one of the tools you see in it.
Yep. And that's a little database fact you can get.
That's sick. Yeah, Shikigami. Yes, feed my weeb power. But basically what they do is basically they do the big release, and then basically almost like every 2 to 3 months they do a what the fuck is that? Probably not good. I'm gonna take this though. Wink. They basically do an update to add basically more dungeons, more story. They basically after they make a little like secondary scenario that basically leads into the next big expansion, and they basically just stagger it out over like the next 2 years to you know, keep a steady flow of content. And we're about to hit
keep the player base satisfied, and also give the developers time to write the next big expansion.
Yes. So this Friday on the dog.
Yes, you can pet the dog.
I am going to pet this dog.
You can also get dog food to feed certain dogs. And there are cats. You can sometimes pet the cat, but cats seem to be more temperamental than dogs. Sometimes they don't want you to pet them. Anyway, bully those visitors before they suck those souls up.
I haven't turned around, asshole. How do I say?
No, you just murder all of them when all the guys are coming there.
Oh. Hey, oh, there's 3 of them in there. But basically on April 1st, Yoshi P did their oh, I see what you mean. Did their basically their dev diary, which not dev diary, it's a live letter. A phone booth.
いいから探せよ。
Come on, just find it.
Akito is a 22-year-old Japanese, I think, university student. Is like, payphones? We still have those? Probably been using a cell phone since he was born.
I heard a cat.
The government handed him one right out the womb.
Wait.
But yeah, so they did an open letter. What's up?
No, there's a little icon around here, and I was just trying to figure out what it was.
There might be cat.
I heard a cat noise.
It probably means that it's. I think there's a convenience store around here. In one of the corners of the streets.
Oh, I'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah, but there was a dev letter.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a thing.
Kind of thing, and it basically just talked about a bunch of the new systems and one. Dog! Hello, friend. Let me see here. How do I use this? Open.
Get in front of the dog. You can.
I actually have to connect them. The fuck? Ed?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going down.
Yeah, and sometimes when you do this, you get little cutscenes about stuff.
But on the first, basically, Yoshi P came out, talked to everyone, talked about a bunch of new things that happened against 6.1. Oh. We have a release date. It's only about 2 weeks away. So I'm getting excited, but the big thing that everyone is like truly excited about this new patch with 6.1 is that we're getting new housing districts.
Yes. I know. Because I wanted to pop in to see if you'd seen the trailer. I have seen you guys are like the crow's nest is full of people like doing your fucking real estate research.
Yes. Because housing in Final Fantasy XIV is a bitch, and me and the rest of the crows have been wanting to get a house for a very, very long time. But we have decided that against, trying to fight with... Oh, sick. Instead of fighting with all the people in this, we were going to try and get a new house. The problem about this is that 6.1 is going to involve a lottery system. Which means that you basically put up the money and get basically put in, a big lottery. So they're trying to make it more fair to people because, unfortunately, like, is it in here? Like, what is happening? What am I missing?
I don't know. I will tell you, if you advance to the next plot point, that'll give you what's called spiritual vision. So that'll give you the ability to like radar ping.
I have a cursed videotape. Okay.
Sick.
God damn it.
I don't think I found that one yet. I should go back and look at it.
I mean, I was looking for the cat, and I looked down, and it was hidden in this fucking case right here, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, you can open up like some dumpsters and trash cans, and you will occasionally find a cache or other stuff.
But yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna be using a. Oh.
You can also set your own waypoints by opening the map.
Well then.
It's on this. But so how? Actually, this is a good question because I don't know this. How did houses work before?
Houses before worked on a first come first serve basis.
Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's very vulnerable to exploits.
Yeah, no.
People, I'm sure, can program computers to do that faster than any human can.
Oh yeah, no. People totally have bots. Some people have exploited this though to
You can punch those glowing golden.
Oh yeah, I figured. What does it give? What do they give though? They're just more.
Well, when you find a Nekomata shop to buy from, you can buy consumables and also more kashiros, so you can carry more spirits at once.
Oh, okay. Hey-o! Goodbye. I'm still. I should probably just punch them. Do these things, like, respawn?
No, I don't think so. Or if they do, they only do it if you, like, stop playing the game and come back.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ether crystals, those respawn, like, every time you, like, zone out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you go in a building and then go back, come back out, all of the shit you broke will be better.
Okay.
I do not know if cash respawns. It might. Actually, honestly, it probably does once you, like I said, reset the game, but I don't. It's not as fast, I don't think.
I'm hearing voices from here. Yeah, I probably just need to get that fucking spirit vision.
Yeah, I think this is the clue that before you get your spiritual sight or whatever, to let you know there's a spirit around you can save, it gets a lot easier. Spirit vision, like, highlights fucking everything. Cats, shopping bags, spirits, dogs, whatever.
Yes, but the problem with the exploit is, well, the problem with it is, oh,
Oh, here we go. Into the combini.
what's up?
By the way, one of your universal supernatural powers is you get to read thoughts of animals. You can read thoughts of dogs, cats, nekomatas.
I can trait mute for it. Oh, I'm pretty sure in Japanese this thing was just filled with nya puns.
Yeah. You find tanukis later. The boss tanuki tells you that you need to find his tanuki brethren. They're disguised as objects, but they still have their tails.
Eventually using something and learn Kappa. Is there actually Kappa later? I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen one, but when you get to the safe house, which is where you're going now, KK talks about a famous novel about a Kappa he read. So yeah, you can see all the different consumables for different like healing factors and stuff. You can buy more kashidos.
I'm sorry. I'm loving the fact that fuck Akito is just all like, who carries around a cucumber? I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Pretty good.
It's pretty good. But the problem with the exploit is beforehand there was no limit. A single person could buy multiple houses. And guess what? People fucking would. Like Aresh said...
Yeah, in chat, Aresh just said somebody owns an entire housing ward on one data center, and I'm just like, yes, that's about right.
Yeah, and people, don't like that because people will then... Because housing, like, there's three different plot sizes, small, medium, large. The cheapest is like maybe like $1.5 million, and the most is like, 50 million. Well, people will go around, snatch up all the fucking housing plots, and then sit on them, turn around, jack up the price to like, several hundred million, and be all like, buy the house, nerd. And it's very...
Yeah, honestly, the fact that players can flip the houses to other players is just like, that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah. And again, this is like the problem. This is why a lot of players... This is why a lot of people call housing... Oh, there's a talisman on here. Call housing like one of the hardest things to actually get into in the game because...
Like, I can see, like, obviously, there's some merit in, like, oh, you guys are already planning on chipping in for a group house for this thing. But, like, I can see the merit of, like, a clan getting together and, like, you pour all your clan funds into one guy and he buys all the houses and distributes you the deeds. But... in that case, it should either be like you can distribute the plot for free, you can gift it to another player, or you can sell it back for the price you bought it. Turning it into yet another economy thing is just like asking for trouble. That said, this kind of shit always like I found fascinating. I've never tried to play it, but I always loved hearing those stories of like EVE Online back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the equivalence of so many hours of playtime or whatever being resold. KK's apartment's fucking rad. There's a lot of little things here. I don't know how much of it is reused assets and how much of it is just things are similar, but expect to see a lot of apartments with this same setup.
But the new system is, like I said, it's going to be a lottery, but the thing is I can already tell it's going to be ripe for exploit. Because they're changing the system so that the thing is that This must be the calendar of sticky notes.
Yeah. Like I said, this one has like lore you can read, but like there's you'll see this model other places.
The sewer kid, a report by my campaign requiring this. Oh shit, he has the colored string.
Yeah, and when you pick up the data files, you get skills.
Instant Noodle Almanac. Man, it looks like KK was part of some sort of fucking team here. Nether Dango, what?
Yeah, you can find ghost food. I assume it's food that has been offered to the other side, but yeah, you can find ghost food. It's usually does slightly different healing than the regular version.
Oh, and it gives you a buff. Okay, cool.
Like I said, lots of incidental things. Later, you can make offerings at shrines to receive buffs. You can also get your fortune read, which may give you a buff or a debuff temporarily. Kappa novel.
Oh, this must be the thing I actually need to look at.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in this here, though.
Projector! But, so the problem is with the lottery, you can only have one entry per person, but free companies can put multiple bids as multiple people for like, for things. So they have like, and all of the new housing is going to be lottery. So unfortunately, people who do not have like a fuck ton of gil running around to invest into things are not going to have a good chance. While people who do, because you know crafters will charge exorbitant fucking prices for gear and like overmelded gear, can just start like throwing around their bids into any and everything, and getting their pick. So it's, and like free companies who have a lot of gil, or maybe not a big place, can then just give the ability to purchase house to all their members, and then they can all just go pile in on one plot they want, and significantly increase their chances to get it. So no, the system is literally not fair at all, but it's fairer than what it was. Yeah,
it's still unbalanced, but now it seems like it's unbalanced more in the favor of, hey, if you have a large guild that consistently shows up and will actually like come together to do this, you have a better chance of snagging something.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we've been talking about in our group. Is that I've been trying to talk to people and seeing like, do we want to like try and get a big house and we only have a few entries? Maybe do we want to get a smaller house so we can have more? How many people will be able to like force into it, because well, only like a few of us actually play on the reg. Some things like that.
Team photograph.
Hey, that's a gun. Is that a spirit gun? Ghost gun? I would love a ghost gun, thank you.
Data unknown. But there is a ranged weapon near you.
I'm pretty sure it's in the fucking, the charm covered, attaché case. Sagasu. I'm just looking at this fucking setup, Jesus.
Yeah, no, I love this.
Like you're about to get into it's like you're about to get into the ghost story with all the thing, but no, it's like, no, check out all this high tech shit.
Yeah, this definitely leans very strongly on the urban part of urban fantasy, like being set in downtown Tokyo, but also like the fucking payphone thing.
Mm-hmm.
KK's got all this fucking like tech in his apartment safe house. It's a really interesting blend. You will be exploring like modern convenience stores to go buy from yokai versus finding Jizo statues in back alley. Yes, you can pray to Jizo statues in more capacity for more spirit.
Stuck that thing in hammer space.
Well, you don't really see your back, so it could be on back.
I don't want to head outside. Let's see. I'm gonna go take a peek around again here real quick. Did I look at this already? Yes.
But yeah, like I said, I noticed earlier today poking in that you've got people going figuring out all kinds of the, and I'm just like, this sort of thing where like real life shit blends into the game world is always really fascinating for me.
Well,
it's got a lot of like social experiment elements.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing about. Oh. Hang on, I gotta make sure. Oop.
Pow.
I'll go inside this house.
Thankfully, they left their door unlocked. Not a
Put a seat
universal, by
down.
the way. Sometimes you do have to find key. Yeah, I don't know why you could put the seat down at every toilet in Tokyo, but you can. I'm waiting for like a demon to jump out of a toilet at some. There's a lot of them.
Oh.
Yeah, we tripping.
Whoa! I can't carry anymore? Whatever.
Yeah, you guys spend skill points.
How do I put... Oh, push down. Okay.
Shoot.
Ooh. Pardon me. Yeah! I hope this isn't actually fucking timed, but whatever. Doesn't seem it.
I mean, I see a timer ticking down.
Oh, it is. Shit. I wasn't even paying attention.
I think there's an option you can turn those off if you don't care about it, but they seem to be giving you plenty of time.
Oh, yeah. I do appreciate that they are saying, trying to give me a sense of urgency, I will say.
Eventually you'll get squished.
Eventually you'll get squished. But you have time to, you know, maybe get a little bit of your exploration on.
Which befits this, you know, big wide open game space.
Mm-hmm. So can I get into any of these? No, that means I gotta keep going up. I can go in this one. Can't put that seat down. Oh, I'll put that one down though. Heyo!
Sorry, I'm just, even though I played this bit yesterday, I'm so slurped in by all this weird shit.
Yeah, no, like I want to keep talking about Final Fantasy, but I'm just having a moment here as I'm trying to.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a main quest right now. It makes sense. This is, you know, the next.
Oh, I can jump.
Big story beat. Yep, you can jump.
Alrighty.
間に合った。やれやれだな。
Okay.
仕掛けた奴がいるはずだ。外を調べるぞ。
Yoink.
Listen, everybody's ghosts now. It's fine. We can steal other.
Yeah, they don't need it. Oh, I guess they were washing dishes. See if there's anything else in here. No. No, but with Final Fantasy, again, like, it's something that we really want to do, because unfortunately Final Fantasy has this problem that they have some subsystems that are locked. There are birds just circling. Can we keep going up? I want to keep going up, though. But, there's a couple things that are like severe, like locked behind owning a house, like things with submersibles and airships. You get to send them on expeditions, and there's some items that you can only find on such certain things. So
Interesting.
And the same with gardening. Like You can get an apartment like fairly easily, I want to say. I've never had a problem getting one. And you can grow plants in there, but unless you actually have a house plot, you can't actually, you know, grow the things or do crossbreeding or other special things.
Honestly, the gardening, that tracks, right? Like, you need a larger space for that. The thing with, like, subs and airships, then, like, that's kind of interesting, especially because those are such mainstays of, whatchamacallit, like, mainstays of the game series. Now you're gonna get your radar.
Activate spectral vision. Just follow the trail, okay.
You'll see if you start picking, you get a lot of.
Oh wow, you're right. You can see people, like, I mean, the enemies and...
Enemies, spirits, shops, items you can break, all kinds of stuff. It's very handy.
Corruption, huh? Oh, shit. Oh, okay, that one.
Pingle, you'll find it core, you blow up the core.
Okay.
And then ghosts come out.
Okay.
Ghosts, when you got ghosts, you can put them in the phone. You get cash back in EXP.
Sick.
Why did ghost coins come out when you put spirits outside the fog through the phone lines? I don't fucking know. I don't ask questions.
It even has arrows. God damn it.
Yep.
And it looks like they cost a little bit though. Oh, my bad.
But yeah, so there's a lot of mechanics and stuff that are tied up in home ownership.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. So you guys are eager to get there. Seems.
We are, but we're not entirely sure we're gonna do it because, again, housing's gonna be things. Other larger guilds with like more money are gonna be making their own plans and stuff, and we gotta kind of figure it out. There's a lot of wards opening up, but again, we have to fight through a lottery, and so we won't be able to use the element of, you know, moving fast and stuff because the lottery's open for like 7 days, and so basically anyone will have time, which again is a good thing, but it's a bad thing because guess what? It gives more people time to put in more bids, which means lower chances overall. So we have to be very, very lucky, and I'm just like,
I at least appreciate that it is like still somewhat random, right? Like obviously they're opening it up for you know, by not making it first come first serve, they've got a big block of time. That means you can't just, you know, write a macro and have a bot do it.
yeah.
You can't just, you know, script it. And it does kind of allow you to leverage, you know, if you have a larger like play group with a guild, a free comp or something, you can, you know, get more out of it, but it's still randomized.
Oh.
But I also understand, like, you know, like you said, you've been trying to do this for a while. It can be kind of frustrating.
Oh, you're in a bad mood. Would pets help? No. No pets.
No, I remember the cat.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Like I said, cats are more temperamental than dogs. If you see a dog and like feed it dog food, usually it'll be okay and it'll let you pet it. Cats, I feel like, are much more hit and miss.
Power spot. Ah, the shrine. I can see it from here.
Yeah. Now you're gonna.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think
verticality.
I'm just gonna keep doing this like constantly. Oh, what's that over there?
What, spectral vision?
Yeah.
No, yes, I mean, that's how I've been playing. Yeah, it's a great feature. It lets you see all the things.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you just give a Jizo, and he's just like, boom. I'm like, sick.
Yep.
こういう時だからね
No, you found religion at times like this? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
Dude, listen, I have been to the Netherworld, and I am punching ghosts, okay? I'm ready.
Yeah.
あんなところに鳥居
Oh, so that's what
Especially
the
considering what he's about to tell you to do.
Oh, this is where I gotta fucking do the slingshot to the Kurama Tengu.
Yeah.
あいつを使えばビルの上に行けそうだな
What's that, KK? You want me to literally grapple to a Tengu to go up? Yeah, I'll start praying to Jesus.
びっくりした案外うまくいくもんだ
But yeah, so this gives you verticality up places.
Mm-hmm.
You've also now discovered the ability to glide. Hold X after jumping to kind of whee.
Is that a ghost over there?
Yes, there are some aerial ghost enemies. You just kind of float around. You can check on the visitors you've beaten up in your database.
Oh. Give me that core.
Give me a cold.
Alright, so they're talking about I have to hold it. Oh!
Yep.
That was a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Oh. Suck up that fog. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
これでまた霧が消えた
Oh, let's me carry more Katashiro.
助けて
Yeah.
やろうぜ
You can also buy more sometimes.
Okay. Exploring further with side missions. Deep cleaning. Oh. Asashiki Wamashi. Interesting.
Yep.
Amaze of Death. Handicraft. Magatama.
Yeah, so that's a Nekomata that you can trade in Artifact to find for cash and also other rewards.
Oh, that's a collectible icon. Okay.
All right.
That's what it is.
It seems pretty big. They kind of baby mode you for a little bit. You have to gradually open it up to the fog, but it's pretty decent. By the way, you got a lot of skill points you can spend.
Oh, I do. Oh, what do I want?
It's like 2 or 3 upgrades.
Spectral Vision, Core Grab, Core Grab. Faster Sneaking. I do like sneaking.
I usually found the melee core grab and the get HP when you core grab helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, like I said, there's a little bit of flexibility.
I gotta look at them all. Let's see here. Glide Duration. Ether Weaving. Speed Boost. More shots. Interesting. Shorten the charge time. Oh, and then we have the bow. Sick. Quiver boost. Speed boost. Capacity boost. Okay.
Carry more
Okay.
consumables.
Let's see. What do I want? Ground damage. Ground core gram. Increase the speed. Yeah, I definitely like the... Do that fast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good mechanic, but I like that there are upgrades to increase the speed. It definitely gives you the incentive to take those, because that's a pretty good ways after you get the core exposed is to polish. And then, like I said, once you buy the healing one as well, it's incentivized to get your HP back. But there is a little bit of variety and flexibility, and I don't yet know
I'll just hold off on
how
that.
much skill points you get.
Mhm.
I like what the level cap is, all that stuff. These funds. Okay.
So that's the tango right there. Oh, what's this? Oh. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, what's this? Oh, it was just a fucking nether rice ball. Okay.
Ghost Rice Ball.
それに例になったものも救える。つまりあいつに嫌がらせができるってことだ。いいことだらけだな。
A rice ball of the damned. Hey, buddy.
So what was it? I'm trying to remember. How do I... Whoop. I need to do that. I totally forgot how to do the fucking grapple thing all of a sudden. Shit.
No, it's just left trigger X. L2X, but you're probably not close enough.
Ah, there we go.
There you go, now he's... Yeah.
Okay.
もう大丈夫だよ。
Since I'm up here, I'm gonna see if I can do to grab these people. I guess this is what they were talking about. That Ow! I messed that up, but whatever.
Careful.
That verticality. I don't know
Yep.
why that was so hard for me to say.
It's because you were breaking your shins.
Yes, I did. Yes, probably. Money.
Yes, cat money.
And then do that.
And yes, KK will yell at you if you, like, do a big long jump or accidentally bonk your shins. But yeah, I think the game decently rewards you for this kind of exploration, like with extra spirits and stuff, because there is a mechanic to directly turn that into EXP and cash, so it's not like you're wasting your time or anything.
You need that.
Boy, howdy, there are a shitload of spirits to save. You'll see that whenever you go to dial them in next. It'll tell you how many you've gotten out of the total.
Guessing it's enough for every single person, maybe.
Yes, spoilers, it's big. It's a big number. I won't say how big. I'll let you discover that one for yourself, everybody. But yeah, then in that case, I've got a few other further things to talk about on my list of stuff. I put it in the thumb, but one of these things is Project Spartacus finally happened. The PlayStation Plus revamp.
Yes.
We're trying to fight Game Pass? ? Again, I really don't even know if they're really trying to go all out in trying to, like, build the Game Pass competitor, right? Because they're still not doing day and date and stuff.
Yeah.
But we do have multiple levels for PlayStation Plus. There's definitely an element of they're trying to revamp PlayStation Now, which has also been kind of like in a weird place for them. Oh wow, I think he bounced one off his umbrella back there. Realized that worked. Whoop! But yeah, so there's 3 levels now. They're gonna start offering in June. The default level is PlayStation Plus Essential. Nothing changing. You don't lose any functions.
I don't gain any either.
Yeah, but you don't gain anything, yeah. But it's like, that's our Essential level. That's staying exactly as it is. You have monthly downloadable games, you have exclusive discounts, you have cloud storage, you have multiplayer access. There are no changes. It's staying the same price. You know, it's typical. The next level is Extra. So that is basically the next step up. And the only thing it adds is it gives you access to a Game Pass-style library of up to 400 asterisk. I'm looking at their official site right now, so I think it's like their exact value may vary. But that gives you access to PS4 and PS5 games downloadable, including from both their own catalog and third-party partners. And then the final tier, PS Plus Premium. By the way, PS Plus Extra jumps the price to $15 a month, appropriately, $100 a year. Premium is $18 a month, or $120 yearly. But this gives you access to everything on the Essential and Extra tiers, but also gives you access to PS3 games via cloud streaming, and a catalog of classic games from the PlayStation 2, and PSP generations, downloadable and streaming.
I'm a little leery about cloud streaming, though.
Yeah, I've never tried that. I probably should have because I know some of the PS3 games are there. I know this gets some people really tilted. Like they're like, you just release a PlayStation 3 emulator. People can do it on PC. You can do it, Sony. And I mean, like, my thought is, yeah, I know Sony can do it, but they're choosing not to, probably for a reason. I don't know why they would want to do it, but I'm guessing they have a thought process for that.
Well, it's probably, like
I'm sure they can develop an emulator for PS3 architecture. They're cloud streaming it to you off some kind of machine. I don't think they have PS3s running somewhere that are streaming to you. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but for some reason they don't want to put the emulator software on your end, and I don't know why, but they have to have a reason. I'm not going to say it's a good reason, but they presumably have a reason. Otherwise, they would just do whatever's the most cost-effective.
I do remember someone saying that, you know, it's possible on PC because, you know, PC hardware and specs and whatnot, and it's not, and the coding between, you know, PS3 software and PS5 software is actually very complicated, and it does not integrate the best. I don't fucking know how real that is, but I do know it's just not as easy as being all like, just let it play.
Yeah, because, like, here's the thing. Yes, they could probably make emulator software, but then they have to put that emulator software on your hardware and it has to run. So there's no guarantee that it'll work. You're bypassing it. Sidewalk.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to gather stuff around and see what's up.
But yeah, and then the PS2, and PSP games will, you know, also be available, downloading and streaming available. They also talk about how they will offer time-limited game trials, so customers may try select games before they buy. But yeah, it's just kind of a general stuff. It seems interesting. You know, I'm thinking to myself, maybe when my renewal period comes up at the end of this year, I might try Extra, right? Because that'll give you access to a lot of free games that might, you know, be worth the investment. Because it's, what, $100 a year. So if you download, what, like 2 or 3 free games, you know, depending, you make your money back, basically.
Yeah.
So that seems like it's an okay deal.
Nether green tea.
Yeah. I think there's nether versions of every food item. Consumables are also highlighted, though, by spectral vision, so you know which containers you don't have to open. You can open a lot of things.
Oh, I missed something. It's a car!
But yeah, obviously, like I said, I don't actually think this is intended to be like the Game Pass killer. This is just Sony has realized there's a market for higher tiers of PS Plus that offer you more free games, I guess. They've probably been having a lot of success with the free monthly games and the PlayStation 5 Essentials collection, right? So they're, you know, going for more stuff. And it's interesting. I certainly like the idea of a lot of, you know, free PS4 and 5 games of a wide variety.
Oh, yeah.
The service launches in June, so you'll have plenty of time to actually, like, figure out what the library is, you know. So I'll be interested in seeing. The cloud streaming thing, like you said, that makes me leery. I mean, obviously we can stream, you know, our gameplay going out fairly easily. But when we do the... no, that is peer-to-peer probably. But when we do like, gameplay sharing, it's got input lag. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't.
Looking for places
But still, it's an interesting got going on.
Like I said, I'm definitely excited about it because, you know... oh, what's in here? Nothing. But... again, like, I gotta see, like, what the
Yeah, like, if they put, you know, 400 Garbo games in the extra tier, I'm not gonna, like, bump up, right?
Right.
But if they put actual, like, high-quality games, I can be like, oh, well, that's neat, you know? We can pick up some extra stuff. We stream a lot of eclectic things. So, getting extra games to stream without additional cost and having to run down copies of those games is, worth it. By the way, our plan is on Monday. We finish with Uncharted Lost Legacy. I know nobody watched it, but you should go watch it. The game is quite good. It's really fun. We had a fun time playing it. Well, I had a fun time playing it. Lucky had a fun time watching it and solving that one puzzle that one time.
That one time, yes.
But speaking of Lucky playing, he's going to take the sticks back starting this week and get started on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. HD, I presume.
Did I trap myself? I think I trapped myself.
Well, you can survive a little bit in the fog, so you may be able to do a run around. I don't know if you can jump high enough to get over those fences.
I made it, barely.
Time to slam some rice balls. Drink some green tea. Just Akito running through the fog, chewing down onigiri.
How do I...
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Well, it looks like I'm oh, there we go. That's how I do it. All right.
Yeah, you gotta hold it.
Yeah. Triangle just...
Hold the eat triangle to switch what you're gonna consume. And you can change what you've got equipped in your... but in addition to the actual announcement of the new update in July, we also know what April's games are going to be. They're kind of interesting. So the PS5/PS4 game will be Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, the 4-player team game set in Robin Hood times. Yeah, I'm kind of meh. There's also Battle for Bikini Bottom, the remaster, which I'm not personally interested in, but I know a lot of people really liked that game. So much so that it did get a remaster, so that's interesting. The one I'm interested in, though, is free on PS4 and above, is Slay the Spire.
Yes.
Which is a procedurally generated roguelike with cards. It's a game I've always heard good things about, and I never got around to trying, so hey, it's free, so... So, once again, it's an interesting collection. I don't think Hood is like a big killer app, but at least these games I know are popular with some people. You may have heard of them, so you may be interested to give them a try. So that's neat. But yeah, for PS Plus, the extra tiers, I'm definitely going to see what their library actually is. I'm going to step away for a second and pull on audio.
Yep, go for it.
Slink around the streets of Shibuya. So I'll be right back, everybody.
I'll be right here. Gotta give these spirits the bonk. Alright. Where are those spirits that I saw? There they are. Good thoughts. Cat's like, nay. Very well done, cats. There's a Tango up there. It won't let me go in the female version.
銭湯といえばコーヒー牛乳だけどそんな風情はねえな
Alright, I's back.
He's back.
Just in time for Lucky to go into the house.
Another Yakuza puffs? Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's going on in
I
here.
told you this game's great.
That's red. That's red. That's very red. Let's see here. What am I looking for, though?
Something spookums. I will say I haven't dived too heavily in it, but I have been gotten back to working on Delta.
Oh yeah, sick. Operation Star Quartz.
Yeah. And honestly, well, I haven't been able to chain a lot with Ghostwire into it. I definitely feel like the way Ghostwire is such a... Yeah, you've been blockled.
You can't go into the female side, you pervert.
You cannot escape. You must go into the back. Go into the back. And you think to yourself, gosh, does this bathhouse normally go this far back?
The answer is no. Oh, this is
Spooky
a...
nether.
Oh, am I have to do a fucking fight? Yes, I am.
Yep. Fight waves of enemies!
They just have floating food. Thank you.
Yeah, they do this little fighting spot you guys. But yeah, like I said, I haven't been able to directly apply too much of this stuff, but I definitely feel like this kind of like horror urban fantasy vibe is very much keeping me in the right mindset to do Delta Green writing. Because that's really, with Starcourt, that's really what I'm going for, is just a lot of atmosphere. Like, I want a lot of stuff to just exist and have you guys go, is this the unnatural? Is this the unnatural? You know, it's like that meme. But then at one point, the butterfly is the unnatural, and it, like, the meme is sentient, and it tries to eat your face.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, so just, like, you know, lots of general vibing. I'm doing a lot of setup research, you know, small town stuff. Trying to make everything, you know, feel appropriate. I don't call for realism, but I definitely, like I said, like, feel good. You know, got pooped by whatever that thing was again. I don't actually know what the weird schoolgirl visitors throw.
Looks like Slenderman throwing fire extinguishers for some reason.
One of the things they do is they can just pick up ambient objects. I got beamed in the face with a traffic cone earlier by one of these Slenderman boys. I think they're called Rain Man. Like, all of them have little descriptions. Like, the Umbrella Boys, they're the ghosts of people who died from overwork.
Oof.
So now they tirelessly pursue their task of trying to murder you in the afterlife. The uniform aren't actually ghosts; they're just the negative emotions of students, especially schoolgirls, like all their anxieties and stuff, trying to murder you. I just wanna. This is my least favorite enemy so far. The weird paper ladies who just shoot fireballs at you. They're very annoying.
Oh, I bet.
They shoot a lot of projectiles. They're like the spiritual energy of people who keep up a false facade their whole life. They just smile and bear it, and then they turn around and now they produce the countless negative emotions they shouldered in life.
God, that is heavy.
Yeah, no, this game's very heavy. It is not subtle at taking some shots.
Rear court.
And obviously part of this, I think, has to do with just, like, the general vibes of, you know, J-horror and urban legend anyway.
Yeah.
But still, right?
Oh, interesting.
You gotta brave the bullet hell. But yeah, no, there's a lot of that. And like I said, every yokai or visitor you run into has a little entry in the database after you encounter one. There's stuff for all the consumables. There's a lot of backstory in the game that I really like. Great vibes. So I will continue to scrape away at Delta Green, hopefully coming back to Star Wars this weekend.
Had a bit of a hiccup last
people
week.
are vibing.
No, I wanted to take the Shiroko. No!
Ah, too late. Rip. The nether sweet shall never be tasted. Alas.
Alack.
Yeah, it did it.
Oh, let's grab some.
Oh, now you can go in that side.
Oh, I can. Okay, cool.
There's ghosts in there. And there's also some consumables on the counter outs.
Hey, I found coffee milk. Fuck you, KK.
Yeah, I love it. I love that little note. Like, Akito literally says, if you guys didn't pick up on that, when you go into the bathhouse, Akito is like, oh, this bathhouse makes me some milk coffee milk. And KK is just like, you're not going to find that here. And then when you solve the side quest and go to the side, there's coffee milk on the counter.
Make sure I keep grabbing everybody.
Yep. You can return to these areas later, pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
You missed something. But, like, all the side quests, even after you finish them, stay marked on your map, so you can always go back to the areas.
Okay. Make sure I grab these people. Oh, these people? Okay. And I think that's it.
And this is obviously why you have an incentive to make sure you've got extra kudos.
Mm-hmm.
You can carry more people, carry more souls.
More souls.
More souls. Saves.
What the? Oh, it's Odin. It's Nether Odin.
You can suck it. Great. Let me see. A couple of other things on Mallisticals.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I brought this up at some point. It was in, I think it was in the Great Let's Talk Adventure.
Yeah, it was a big one.
I talked about barotrauma.
Barotrauma?
Yeah, the submarine video game.
Oh!
She
Actually, I was looking.
gameplay. But yeah, it's for people who don't know, barotrauma is a like sci-fi submarine simulator. It's a 2D like side-scrolling game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll link the shorter video footage. I know Markiplier's also done some very long-term videos about it. But basically, it's a multiplayer game. It's inspired by Space Station 13, if anybody knows about that one.
Yeah.
Remember that classic? But basically, you have a variety of submarine. It is, like I said, science fiction. You are technically diving on the moon of Jupiter, Europa, which is one of the places in the solar system we very strongly suspect has a crustal ocean. But so you basically, you can sandbox it or go on missions, but you have a variety of sub-configurations of various sizes and various elements of crew members. And you have different roles, like, let me see. Yeah, I can find a list. So the core classes are Captain. Your Captain has the best helm skill. And they have, when you play campaign mode, you can get your skills and scores increase and get perks. So they are intended to be the one in charge of the sub. You have the security officer, who starts with extra weapons and body armor, and is basically meant to keep the armory stocked and the sub secure. Not only does that mean that they have personal weapons for, one, if you're playing a game with traitors, or if you're just playing with people who are being assholes, but also you can get, like, attacked by European space zombies, husks they're called, which look like other divers, other submariners with tentacles coming out of your face. Or you can be attacked by small personal habits, but also your submarines have guns, and you can be tracked by giant aquatic space horrors that you gotta shoot down. There's the doctor, who has the medical skill, syringe gun, and other stuff. They're designed to heal you. There's an engineer and a mechanic. Those are separate, so you can. The engineer is good for the reactor junction boxes. The mechanic can repair engines and other mechanical devices. The hull. And there's one class called the assistant, which is kind of like a. There's I think multiple ways to take it. Basically, that's your jack of all trades class. So you can either turn it into the master of all, so you basically you're good at everything. You can become a red shirt. Like your campaign perks can literally give you benefits when you die. So you're the disposable crewman, or you can do the weird clown shit. Again, inspired by Space 13. So yeah, there's a variety of roles. You have different sizes of submarines. You can get AI bots. So Lucky and I could run this as a 2-man crew with additional bots to fill slots. Or, like I said, if other people were interested in this game, we could maybe do some other stuff to get a handful of the boys in. I already said by default I'm saying Lucky is the captain. He can steer the boat. Also, I have a sensation, Lucky, that probably works best for you is when you can be in charge of the boat and yell at people to do things.
I'm pretty good at being in charge. Let's see.
I think a fair number of people in our community and both amongst ourselves, we've taken leadership roles at various points, but it's just I know that I feel like I can trust Lucky to be the captain and helmsman and just yell at people, and I'm just I don't know. I'd probably end up either engineer or doctor. If we were doing 2-man, it would probably be weapons. Because, physically I don't believe that we can run both the helm and the guns at the same time. So that might be important. But it's an interesting game. There's some footage out there, you can check it out.
Oh, right, it is a pickle. Huh? It's a kite.
Neat. And y'all know how much I love space stuff, hypothetical things about Europa is really cool. You can run it as kind of the hidden role type game, or you can turn traders off and just, deal with the fact that you're trapped hundreds of miles under the surface of Europa in the deep ocean filled with horrible abominations called things like Moloch and Mud Raptor. And also, like I said, it's not. I've seen some gameplay footage. It's not like occasionally your own crew members can't, be incompetent and fuck shit up and accidentally blow your reactor up while trying to just do their job. So it seems like it's a pretty interesting game. I'm gonna keep track of. Actually, let me make sure. Go to Steam. Wish listed.
That.
Steam, I log in on my PC all the time. Why do you guys keep sending me Steam Guard emails? It's not a new device. Submit my special access code.
Don't turn. I said don't turn! Get wrecked!
I'll put it on. Interesting, they're saying it is technically a early access still. I know they've been doing updates, so that's neat.
Oops. There we go. We gotta make sure I'm on these guys first.
So yeah, that's just a game I've seen a lot of gameplay footage of recently, and y'all know how I base.
I do love playing cooperative games, so.
And like I said, if you turn off traders, then we really are just trying not to die in the depths of the space ocean. You got to manage your fuel resources and do jobs and stuff. Try not to run out of oxygen. Could be fun. Keep an eye out for it. But I think the only other big... We should maybe play some more co-op board games. It's been a while since we did some TTS stuff. I'd have to take out some time for that. See how that tests with the peoples. But I think the only other big thing out of our usual news items that I got left in my little list is we're really gearing up for that. The publisher would like you to know Nona the Ninth is coming out.
Yeah.
So we've gotten, you know, the dramatis personae, the cover, and now an excerpt of the first chapter has been posted.
Yeah, no, I literally came across it like super randomly, and I was just like, what?
Yep.
And I posted it in our book, and I'm just all like, yes. Oh, it's another.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting read.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm skimming my like Google News for other stuff, and it's just as jammed up with fucking fake ass stories from yesterday. God, I hate April Fool's Day.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it's okay. It's just I hate that like legitimate outlets can like post articles, and then you have to ask yourself, is this real or not? Because believe it or not, news doesn't stop just because it's April 1st. The annoying thing is that now Google is, like, circulating me these fake-ass news articles, like, Elden Ring 2 delayed until George R. R. Martin can beat a boss. Ugh. Sony acquired Olive Garden, working on Pasta Station Plus. And I'm like, all right, this isn't even funny. Fuck off. I guess, obviously, fake news articles are better than, you know, the heartbreaking ones like, what was it? The announcement that UFO Table was doing a Tsukime adaptation that is not real, or somebody made a fake Metal Gear 35th anniversary website, and I'm just like,
that's pain.
Yeah, I'm like, you gotta be mean like that. Not that Konami's not necessarily gonna do something for the 35th anniversary. Like, there's been a lot of rumblings in the general space to that effect, but you know, it's still doing it as an April Fool's joke is still cool.
Cruel and unusual.
But yeah, so the Note of the Ninth has an excerpt out, and it's interesting. Very interesting conversations in it.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see how Camilla's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, technically, Calamities can show up for limited time offers.
Mm-hmm. Guess they figured it out.
Yeah. Also, Pyrrha is there, which is very interesting. If you guys don't recall, Pyrrha is Gideon Zero's cavalier.
Originals.
Yeah.
Original recipe.
Yeah.
Prime. God, that was such a good scene.
God, yeah, it's so good. I need to get to the book. Maybe while I'm playing Ghostwire, though. Because there's so much ambient dialogue between Akito and KK, I feel like it's hard to concentrate on something.
Yeah, no, like I'm having that problem now. I want to listen to them talk.
Yeah, because they've got a lot of bants, you know. I mean, that's why I think that's why the game developers put a character in your head to talk to you. Is like KK can also do exposition, but he can chat and back for you stuff. But the last time we saw Pyrrha was with regular Gideon in the river.
Yeah.
And now, well, Nona has some very interesting dreams, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have my own very obvious thoughts and feelings about what's going on here, but I feel like, as with usual with Temis and Weir, it'll probably be a twisty-turny. So it's a real interesting read. Not kidding about like the format being like dramatically different. Like our heroes are laying low, right? Mm-hmm. So Nona has to go to school, and she's got this thing about dogs.
She likes dogs. She wants more dogs.
Apparently, she had some anxiety or panic attack problems. She talked about how she had trouble like changing her own clothes because she would cover her head with the shirt and get freaked out, like get claustrophobia.
Mm-hmm.
So letting you know that not everything is right here, and I'm just like, yes, this is interesting.
I'm excited for this. Dog.
I did also see on Amazon. Apparently, we're doing pretty well. This Amazon's talking about Nona's being a hardcover.
Oh yeah.
Creating hardcovers. Always.
I can have that, really? Yes, you can.
Feed that. Good doggy.
Who's a good boy? You're so good. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're gonna dig something up for me? What?
I'm gonna get you a present.
Thank you.
Special dog, buddy.
You're the best. I'm gonna pet this dog.
To answer your question, Axe, as far as we can tell anyway, because this is still very early in the game, everybody who is in Shibuya in the fog has been melted into clothes and spirits. Except for you, Akito, because of reasons. And I guess the Hanya guys who are rolling around causing trouble in your neighborhood.
Oh! Was that a panty flash? I couldn't tell. It was so quick.
I was watching the back footage. It looked to me like there's just a void down there.
Damn it! Ah, no justice.
Considering these chicks. Ooh. Thing.
Yes. I like looking things. Even if I know there's nothing in there, I'm like, I must open. Oh wait, no, there was cash in there. Holy shit, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, no, sometimes there's just cash in trash can. It's ghost cash.
Ghost cash. Meika. I like how it's the Japanese yen symbol, but it's made into an M.
Yeah. Lots of... There's a ghost. Cashier was getting pretty full.
Mm-hmm. Oops, wrong button. I missed. Can I? There we go. But yeah, so None of the Ninth. It's still slated for this fall, and I'm just like I'm very like about it because, like I said, Nona, like Gideon and Harald the Ninth are really fucking good, and I'm super excited for Nona the Ninth. Like, I'm glad I only discovered it this year because like, what was the when did the last book come out? Like 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if I like read it then and had to wait 2 years, I'd be very upset, I think. Just every day, just feel like,
I got into the series last year, and I was like, well, on the one hand, I'm glad the next one is actually coming out like next year for me, but on the other hand, hearing that like, oh yeah, the third one was delayed because it's gonna be 4 books now, and I'm like, anticipatory vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Just all that. Okay.
There's a lot of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of space to explore.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm trying to figure out how to get to like other locations, like those spirits up there. I'm like, are over there.
And some of them you might not even be able to get to yet. You might have to advance the story and clear more fog. I'm not entirely sure yet myself. Like I said, I've been mostly focusing on doing side jobs and a little bit of exploration until time to, move on to the next story bit.
What was that?
You got a pretty full Kashira, though.
It's another watermelon. I'm sorry, I just keep...
whole ass nether melon.
Just a whole nether melon. I can't. Sorry, just adding nether to any sort of food just... Oh, that's the fog.
Yep, it's just a ghost snack.
Just a ghost snack. Let me just hang out on the top of it. Top of this.
I mean, you've seen Lucky Glide. You can't really go up while gliding, but you can buy skills to improve your gliding. Yeah, you are running into areas that the game may want you to clear more fog to get. Though there's, like we said, there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly you grapple onto Tengu to go high, and then you can glide down.
Oh, actually, your glide's actually fairly
Yeah, it's fairly level.
Yeah. I wasn't quite sure like how actually well you could. Oh, glide. Ow. Okay. Again, like.
Whee! Oops.
Yep. Just trying to figure things out here. Bonk.
I mean, it's first person, but it is technically, I believe, supposed to be like a wide open exploration, mystery kind of game. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of like built-in learning and figuring stuff out. And obviously, we talked about this earlier. Some of the stuff you can't get yet. It's doled out to you as you do main story progress. Literally KK being like, "You're not ready for that skill yet."
That's true. Let's see, so that's that over there. Maybe I can. If I can get enough height, I might be able to just literally jump it. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, okay, cool. Because with this tree here...
Yeah, it's in your way of some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta find the core on it where they... There it is. Alright, cool.
Fuck you, corrupt tree.
Mm-hmm. Because it had... Oof. Ah. Okay.
Now I'm just gonna watch the replay. Yep, Lucky misses the ledge. There was a gap there. You did not mind it.
Okay. Oh, okay, no, I remember how I get out of here. Just gotta hop up here.
You can hop and clamber a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah. But there was.
I don't really know what the fuck Akito did before all this, other than drive a motorcycle. But you know, he seems fairly well in shape.
Oh, the corruption's still here. I thought maybe getting rid of that tree up there would get rid of it down here, but it didn't. Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Not sure where exactly that's linked to then.
It's not. It's just on the ground here, I guess. Weird.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen that one then. I'm pretty sure I dealt with that tree up top, but yeah. Fortunately, your Kashiras are full.
Yes.
You need to find a payphone.
Gotta go find me a payphone.
5 more.
Honestly, I should do both. But, oh, hey, it's right here. Booyah!
Such a convenient system.
It is.
And now you're gonna get big boy experience points of cash back. And also, I think they're gonna display you the number.
Yep, let's see how many souls I have saved. Almost 5,000 out of 240k.
Yep, that's a lot. Did you level up?
Yep. There was something I was thinking about picking up. What was it? Actually, what was it? Oh yeah, more... I wanted to attack faster. That's definitely something.
Choo, choo. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I feel like the stream's not going to go on for the show's not going to go on for too much longer. So, if you missed early bits, you can go back and the intro and stuff.
Yeah. And I don't have like.
I've scratched everything off my list.
I guess the only thing I can really talk about is I actually did start a new book series here. I talked a little bit about it. Oh, he's a smoker.
Yeah.
Got a business to run. But
this is my second nicotine addicted weird ghost this month.
Let's see here. So can I just?
That I think for my corpo character at Johnny.
Oh man, I can just
buy
like 11 of them, but I don't think I need that many.
No, you'll gradually level up.
Let's see here. Canned mackerel, canned sukiyaki, instant noodles. Oh, does it actually give you me when I eat food? Does it actually give me increase my maximum too?
I don't know if it's permanent. I think it's temporary, but yeah, they give you a max increase.
Sick.
In fight. And who knows? Maybe it is. Let me actually look.
Well, I don't know what else I'm gonna spend this money on, so I think I'll pick up a couple more Katsushiros. Wait. I think one of them was like special, and I need to buy like Magatama. So no, I'll just keep saving money until I figure out what the fuck I'm actually gonna spend this on. Well, right now, it's not really like it's not bugging me that much because again, I've been kicking the ass of everything in the area. I'm mostly just I'm running around trying to find more spirits to you know, level up and whatnot. Well, can I reach those guys in here? Oh no, they're
yeah. So the Kashiras is just that's just the cap of how many spirits you can grab up at once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that's like an issue since there are missions where you are timed to save them, but that's like all of them in a cluster, so they don't like unlock until you beat all the enemies anyway. So other than it's just like a convenience thing, I don't know how much necessary it is. It just means you get bigger payouts. So
What's going on up here?
it's just kind of, handy. I would honestly say, like, the main thing you may want to make sure you have some cash for is buying back your arrows, because, like I said, that's one of the two ways you can get them. Is you can only get them back through finding them in the world when the game decides there are arrow pickups, and buying them. Sorry, I'm stifling the yawn. I'm very groggy, like I said.
Well, then we should probably not. Oh, let me. Well, wait. There's.
I mean, say what you want to say about the book stuff.
Hang on. There's a. So
Yeah,
I picked up.
gliding goose and get some spears.
Oh, Jesus, looking at me.
Yeah, they all do that actually. They all turn to face you when you pray.
So I think I talked about this a while. If you know Lucky likes I like isekai stories. I like, ghost stories of trapped in games. I like games of, that use stats and all that crazy stuff. I actually did recently find out there is actually a term for these kind of stories. The common vernacular, I guess, is game lit, like game literature, or RPG lit, for, role-playing game literature. And once you know that, it's a lot easier to find the titles, but I think I mentioned this before. I mean, I killed Omega almost once by showing him the title of one I found.
Yeah.
And while I do like those kind of stories, I have discovered that I like a particular kind of those stories, which usually leans more on the Japanese style of tropes and writing, which is mostly because that's what I basically like overexposed myself to over a long period of time, so that's what I know best. But I've been trying to find something Western recently in that same kind of vein, so I can try to ease my way out of that just complete and utter bias. And I think I actually finally found one. It's no monster crow banging harem gathering story, but it's still something that I think is really, really good. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. There's like 5 books out right now. Its tagline is the apocalypse will be televised. So basically what happens is this guy named Carl from Seattle, because the Pacific Northwest is the best, runs outside at 2 a.m. to save his ex-girlfriend's cat from a tree when aliens attack, to put it succinctly. Basically, all buildings get crushed to underground, and basically everyone hears a voice in their head telling that because planet Earth did not file an appeal within 50 years of first contact, they do not have any rights to the planet and will be stripped for resources. Very interesting. Fun fact, by the way, first contact was back during the Egyptians. It's like, But the area will be strip mined, and people have an opportunity to maybe gain sovereign rights over the planet by participating in the dungeon world. Basically, a giant reality game show opens up underneath the world, in which everyone on the planet tries to reach the 18th floor by fighting monsters, gathering loot, and coming over all sorts of insidious traps. Carl, unfortunately, goes into the dungeon wearing a leather jacket, his boxers, Crocs that are too small for his feet, and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut.
Meow.
Meow. And honestly, I have to say, it has been one of the most hilarious things I have read in a long time. And I quite thoroughly enjoy it. Like, normally I only listen to audiobooks at work, because I don't want to, waste the time, at home for stuff, so I don't have to keep looking for new books. But no, I have broken that rule, and I've been listening to it at home. I do love it so much.
Well, luckily, according to Amazon, this is a 5-book series. So.
Yeah.
Oh, these names are great.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Dungeon Crawler Carl, Carl's Doomsday Scenario, The Dungeon Anarchist's Cookbook, The Gate of the Feral Gods, The Butcher's Masquerade.
Just look at the covers.
No, I'm looking at the covers. I'm on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. And it's great because Carl has no pants and shoes, and the game is being run by a AI. I use that term vaguely. That has developed for some reason a foot fetish for Carl's feet, and so is doing his damnedest to keep Carl from putting on pants or shoes, usually giving him drops or stuff.
Just thinking of the memes like show feet. But also, yes, by the way, no, if you haven't seen the covers, it's just Carl in like his battle gear, except he's in his little heart print box.
One of the other great things is, it almost happens immediately, but Princess Donut, the show cat, this is important, she's a show cat, been bred all her life to, to perform at, cat shows, look pretty, and a very, one that won a fuck ton of awards, gets the ability to talk and become a dungeon crawler very, very quickly. Like, if you notice, Princess Donut's usually in the covers. At one point, she gets sweet shades. And their adventure is usually just them two. Carl being the calm. Carl's basically a tank. He's a monk tank, kind of, that uses explosives. I can't explain it. But he's usually the calm, collected one. He has I listen to the audiobook and I love the delivery. He seems like kind of a kind of down to earth man. Speaks a bit roughly, but isn't not an impolite guy. I giggle every time I hear him say, "God damn it, Donut!" Because that actually does happen frequently. And Donut is, kind of a princess type as a cat. Cats! Hello!
You should see them.
Will you let me? Hello! Yes, this is good. This is good. Would you like to be? Only get a pretty raw deal. I'd like to pet this cat.
Yeah, I'm strongly considering making... I mean, you can put it in a journal. More people can view it then.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No, but, like, it's one of those stories that you look at, like, because a lot of the times I look at the titles of
Goblins.
The what?
Sorry, you can see the goblins driving some kind of death machine. I'm just, those are some goblin-ass guys.
Oh, yeah, no, they're engineering goblins. One of the best scenes in the first book I have so far is Carl gets an ability to make peace with the goblins, gets them some meth, and basically one of the goblin leaders, high on meth, and a complete ugly sack of shit, is like, hey, you want to fuck? And Princess Donut is all like, as much as entertaining it to be to see the Carl like disappoint another woman, banging monster girls is not the narrative of this story. And if you look at a lot of game lit and what does, that seems to be the point of a lot of the other stories too. Various levels of, I use the word trash in, trashy paperback novels you find at the airport. Like,
yeah, so I've been doing a very, very, very slight amount of research into this. But according to, I linked it earlier, the Wikipedia article, the neologism lit RPG actually started first being used in 2013. But primarily the draw for this kind of, like, that kind of translation appears to be because, while obviously this has existed for a long time, I mean, there's so many series that have used like game rules in the fiction universe.
Oh yeah.
I think the first example they talk about is that there's a Larry Niven and Stephen Barnes story from 1981 called Dream Park, which is set in a LARP-like reality TV of the future kind of thing. But the lit RPG term got coined and was being used heavily out of Russian translations. So this, much like how isekai, some of which are also lit RPG, Wikipedia even says there's overlap, right?
Yeah.
Much like how a lot of that took off through like self-publishing web novels, there is also a Russian website where this was also very popular, and so one of those major publishing houses coined the term to actually like explain this genre. And I think to kind of separate it out from, say, like, some of you may wonder, hey, does that technically mean, you know, we read a lot of L5R books, Aconite's publishing more. They're working on the next Great Clans of working on. It's going to have the Lion novella in there that I got to check out by Robert Densett. He's great. And he says the Death Seeker is the best thing he's ever written, so that sounds cool. But they've got other books coming. They just announced another one, something about is it Return of the Heart of Ichiban?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's probably going to be a big spooky deal. If you know who Ichiban is, he's kind of a big deal. One of the major big bads of the setting. He was a lich guy. He founded the Blood Speakers. He's a big deal. But those are set in what's primarily like a gaming universe. But those aren't lit RPG as the genre is defined, because those are just in the setting. Aconite does a shitload of those. They've got novels coming out for all kinds of stuff. But this is actually like kind of evolved as a way to separate out from interactive fiction, from choose your own games kind of a thing. And yeah, that's I can see why they feel like they demarcate some of that stuff, because the Japanese isekai angle is very heavy in the harem tropes, right?
Right.
Other authors might not be that way, and if you... I don't know a lot about this like Russian self-published lit RPG revolution, but if you're coming more from that angle, because apparently, like I said, they coined... the publishing company coined this term in like 2013 when talking about doing like a big translation push to the West. You might not be down for that stuff, whereas if you're coming from the Japanese web novel and light novel scene, you are absolutely into that stuff. So I feel like it's interesting how like multiple cultures, multiple countries kind of like overlap into this genre, and thus, you have this kind of like interesting relationship where different people are in the genre for different things.
Yeah. I was like, don't get me wrong, I like Monster Girl banging as much as the next dude, but I do just want usually a modicum of decent writing when I do it. Like, I don't know, but like I said, like I want to, because I've been like doing a lot of sampling and reading, and I'm not gonna lie, some of them are just like, just. This ain't your best showing, my dude. But Dungeon Crawler Crawl is actually really good. I do actually very highly recommend it to oh, there's more we can handle. I do believe there's money. That's what I need. Give me that. Was there a... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, turn around! Fuck! Bitch! Take out your knees! I ran past that dude by accident. Oh, shit, there's a fucking... It was right here. I ran around the entire block looking for it. It was right here. But, no, it's good. Like, once we get off here, like, I'm probably going to... I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to probably keep listening to it. Oh, God, I wish I could explain it better, but, again, I'm not...
I mean, you've linked it. People have the covers in our Discord. I've linked the, like, Lit RPG. You guys can look it up. It's all 5 books are on Amazon. They're
both that explodes!
Kindle and Audible. So... Oh, hey, you got some fire stuff you can't use yet.
Oh, there's the shrine I need to go to. Oh, and there's the Jizo.
But like if people can look inside and do all those modern sampling culture, you can figure it out yourself.
Well, other... Oh, excuse me.
にとどまっておる。あの子は見た者に富や幸運をもたらす精霊なんじゃ。ここの家主は以前から譲ってくれとしつこくても、あのじいさんが連れ去ったに決まっとる。
I wonder if it's actually gonna be as hard as she
連
wants.
れ戻してもらえんかのう。
いいぜ。幸運ってのは眉唾だけどな。そういうのやめなよ。
Like getting plot right.
Yes, I'm getting plot right now. Oh, what'd you give me?
塩せんべい
Rice cracker.
Salty rice crackers.
This yokai's favorite snack.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, let's go do it. I was just doing this house. Is this house gonna be creepy? Yes. I see the
Of
flickering.
course it is. You're playing Tokyo Ghostwire.
座敷わらし
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh, there's something in here. Oh shit, there actually might be one. Holy shit.
家のどこかのはずだ。探すんだ。
So many things.
どうも違和感があるな。
Nether food.
これまさか仏壇を丸ごと隠してやがるとはな。
The safe key.
There it is. Find a safe.
It's not there.
I just love all the shit you can fucking slide open.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it doesn't even do anything. It's just I think they just coded all of the objects to work like that.
Oh man, the lane keeper literally did just fucking steal her. Holy shit.
Yeah, you gotta so there's the visitors, which are like, I guess they're supposed to be like, you know, evil spirits.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them have to do with like various people's like emotions, regrets, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There are spirits of dead people. Some of them were killed in the fog, but some of them are just regular ass ghosts who are lurking around for stuff. Like I believe this old lady is just like, she can't go on to the next world until she solves this problem.
Oh. Okay.
And sometimes you run into bad ghosts.
この図だと
We're doing bad
右下
thing.
あたりか。座敷わらしはここだね。
Okay.
Oh no, what's this mysterious blocked out section of the floor plan? What could it mean? Not that I don't love that sort of like setup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's a missing room in the floor plan! Is it spooky? Yes, of course it is. Why would it not be the spooky?
Oh, it's a Kadama.
But- You must enter the spook zone.
Trying to remember where it said it was on the fucking floor plans, though. That's the thing. Let's see.
It was where you were just looking.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it's in that back room, because if you look at the map, it's the... You go to that side room with the kendama, and then that's the blacked out section below that.
Oh.
Ping it, I guess, to see it.
Oh,
But
there
that's
it is.
definitely the room where it should be. Blip. You must
Oh,
see
shit.
with eyes unclouded.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's the fucking landlord!
盗っ人武田家シートはこのことだな。
We got stuff.
座敷わらしは返してもらうよ。
Or don't, I'll fuck you up.
Did you sass me, Ghost Man?
クソ野郎が死んでまで金に執着しやがって。こんな奴は印で払っちまうぞ。
But it's always good to, you know, find new books and series to get into.
Oh, okay.
I don't think... Let me scroll up. Is that out yet? No, it's just revealed. I don't think we talked about this on the show, but yes, it's going to be published in October. But
さてと、
apparently Jim Butcher's son is a novelist.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting his debut novel, Dead Man's Hand. James J. Butcher. Gonna
Oh,
come
it
out in
is her.
October.
自由だからね。
It's an urban fantasy about solving magic crimes. Set in Boston. You've got the usuals and the unorthodox. It sounds like it's got all the kind of stuff that you and me like in urban fantasy.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
the Department of Unorthodox Affairs.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it. I'm like, that looks like a good. Oh.
Our protagonist is Grimshaw Griswold Grimsby. I'm obviously you should, find your own path and stuff, but I assume that, you probably, if Jim Butcher is your dad and you're writing urban fantasy, you probably at least indulged in a lot of the same things that got him into that stuff, so.
Oh yeah.
It seems like it's worth, a shot of her. Well, I definitely need to catch up on my L5R reading. I haven't read the first Great Clans of Rokugan or the Plot the Heavens, but they got more stuff. They announced the Heart of Ichiban.
Oh, it's a Magatama.
And also that next whatchamacallit, Daitoji Shin Mystery's coming out, actually. Josh Reynolds is pretty good at churning those out. He must have a lot of ideas.
Again, I feel like he did actually read like a lot of the game books, but like I can do stuff with this.
Yeah, no, like I think I've said that before. It's especially that first novel really feels like somebody literally handed him the Emerald Empire source book and was like, "Here is what is established lore about this place," and he's like, "Cool, got it." And like the novel is basically literally he just does what a GM would do and writes an RPG plot. He name drops all the NPCs. The second one, Death's Kiss, is a lot more like complex, but still dealing with a variety of themes. Blarp.
I hope I get a spirit sense one day. Otherwise, I feel like I might have to go over this place, inch by inch, looking for spirits.
I think you can increase
My range.
your duration and stuff, yeah, and your range. Also, I don't remember if we talked about spirits, but when you go and purify that shrine as the main quest, you gain the ability to access the offering box. And you can pray there, and one of the things you can do is pray for, I'm seeking Jizos, so it'll, like, reveal more Jizo statues and stuff. You can also, like, pray for health recovery items or XP, whatever. And there's also, like I said, a fortune box where you can pay cash and get a fortune. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
That's how fortune be.
And they do actually report your fortune. A little fold-out comes out and it tells you, like, a little note or whatever. And you gotta figure out what the fuck that... And then you get a buff. Anyway, Tokyo Ghostwire is good. As Lucky says, most fire. Dude, sat in this chair a lot last night. But I think with that out of the way, then, if you don't have anything even further to dig up.
No, I don't. Oh, that's why you're in now. You're hiding in the spirits, you animal. There
Asshole.
we go.
Asshole ghost man. Become yeeted ghost. Visit her. So with that out of the way, then, we've been going for a couple hours. We can call it here. We had a big, long Let's Talk you guys should go check out. Be sure to check out the stream upcoming on Monday as well. Lucky in the driver's seat, so reminds me, I still think I'd get me a Tirabit in a green hat. The iconic. Shiroyama Shrine.
Yeah, White Mountain.
White Mountain Shrine?
Yep.
It's a landmark, so there's a fucking database entry for it.
These crows, though. Jesus.
Cow, motherfucker.
Cow, motherfucker.
Yeah, so purifying larger shrines, you gotta go to multiple Torti.
Shit.
Whenever I hear you say shit, I'm just like, Lucky broke his shins again. Or at the very least, whiff to glide.
Yeah, no, that's pretty... Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Oh, it's actually down this somewhere. Okay, cool.
Whee! Yeah, there's some stalls and stuff.
Let your wallet unfurl.
本当だろうな
Yeah.
ああ見るのはただだし
We know all about that.
It's karaoke. It's like literally like a festival stall. That's great.
They sell just limited access stuff. It's so good. Like, there's so much atmosphere. It's really. You can tell the developers like really wanted to like express their culture to like the world, right? Like, make an authentic experience for everybody.
ここに報酬ねだるの
The little details. But all right, let's
Yeah,
wrap
we-
up. We've
yeah,
been
we
doing
can
this
wrap
for a
up.
while. Be sure to check out the stream, Skyward Sword, be Monday. Also go back and watch Uncharted. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Obviously, if you're seeing this video on YouTube, be sure to give it a like if you liked it. Feed the algorithm. Leave any comments you got below. You can join our Discord if you want to see that cover image. Link in the description and our channel page. Sub if you're new. Get them subs up. Also hit that bell for notifications. You always know we post a new video, so you can be aware when we're streaming, making new videos, etc. It's good for you. Just helps you out. You can join our channel membership. Get access to membership badges and emotes, as you can see. Great. And we just, we're going to get more emote slots if we just get a few more members. Come on, get more emotes. Get those membership badges one day. You can also support us on Patreon, like I said at the front of the episode. You can get access to episodes in audio format. You can get access to videos early. Get access to topic polls. I've already got one running for Teach Me. I need to figure out what exactly I'm doing for Fanservice Friday. I'll put that up soon. And I am collecting information for Fail Portrayal, because that's another thing. I want to drive up patron membership slightly. So I'm offering new polls. So patrons now get to pick a Fail Portrayal a month. Because the Goop Troop Brain Trust are not good at decisions. We always, whenever we just freeball it, we just name like 13 different things we could do and never decide what the fuck we want. So, letting you guys pick for us is easy. So consider supporting us. Thank you so much once again. I tweeted this earlier as well, but thanks so much to everybody who showed up for the Let's Talk last night. It was a blast doing it for 6 hours with y'all, but it was also very long. It's very goo, but make sure to keep supporting that and watch that if you haven't. Check out, make sure to go back and watch your What's Ups and stuff. And I guess, we'll see you next week for more What's Up. And that's all I got. Okay, take us away with this cleansing shrine.
Ta-da!